Hi, so welcome back to another video here, and today we're going to be going over uh, Bitcoin and my outlook into 2026, going into 2027, and why I'm buying this dip and why I will continue to buy this dip, and just because I'm dollar cost averaging, and yeah, so today we're going to be going over some fundamental factors, and then we're going to be hopping into the charts. So, to start things off with the fear and greed index, we're currently sitting at 24 out of 100 on scale. So, that is considered extreme fear. And just last week, we were sitting at a 6, which, if we head over to um, Bitcoin Magazine and just kind of, take a look at when was the last time we were at these levels, we can see that on in June 2022, we were sitting at the same level, so a 6. And heading over into, or heading a year into the future, 2023, and heading into June, we can see that our price was sitting at 25. And then also, if we head into a bit later, 30,000 almost. So that's almost a 50% increase just throughout the year. And I'm not necessarily saying that Bitcoin will increase in price by 50% in 2026, but there's potential for it, especially with how politics are going right now. There's also a lot of downside um, due to the um, geopolitical state of the world right now. And the next thing we're going to be looking at is the Bitcoin spot inflow and outflow. So obviously, it's bleeding throughout this year, but the only increase, like big increase, is the 7 day. And if we also take a look at the chart, I won't just like go over it just quickly. It's also this dip, right? So after this huge sell off, we saw this. This is start of the net flow, counting for that week, and so there's a lot of uh, logic. Like obviously, a lot of people are going to buy a 25, or I don't remember. Sorry, yeah, like a 40% or 35% dip from all time highs. So that's not really anything special. However, we've been seeing some on the dailies increase, and 30 days almost minus 5 billion, which is um, quite a lot, but that's due to the sell off and uncertainty and so on and so forth. So, just by looking at the fear and greed index and comparing it to Bitcoin price action, I'm saying that there's a potential for upside, and especially with this, uh, is this third or fourth? Third large factor, which is the Fed rate that is looking to be cut in December, where it's going to land on 3.5 to 3.75. What's it called? A percentile or percent 3.5 points. And the prediction market is saying that it's going to be not the prediction market. Prediction is uh, very likely to become a rate cut. The English was a bit off there, but you know what I mean. Um, so overall, the fundamental factors are there. I think for a nice little bump here in price. That's when I also entered some leverage positions, especially when we hit this bottom of this trend line, which is actually quite a nice jump into the technical factors or the technical analysis. So starting off here on the daily chart, we can see that we had this clear double, we had this clear trend line, which we broke off from. And I usually use Elliott Wave to analyze on long-term investments, right? So starting off from the bottom here in 2022, which was again the 6 in fear and greed, we have this one, this pullback wave, two, three, four, and then they have this 5 wave. And then we're currently trading, if we hop into the 4 hour, we have this kind of support area here, and we're also in this correction phase, right? From all time highs, we have the A, we have the B, we have the C. which we also have this supporting zone here, but also we're in this downwards tunnel here, and we broke the trend line that I was talking about earlier. I'm sorry if this is going to be a bit complicated, especially with all of these red lines here, which is something I'm not really paying attention to when I'm not really when I'm trading or when I'm looking at the chart. So I can see why it's a bit clustered right now on this video. Anyways, like I said, we had the three phase or the correctional phase, and we had a really nice bounce here for after this massive sell-off, taking out this previous resistance zone, which were the earlier support zone, and how price action is going to evolve from here is something I'm going to pay a lot of attention to, seeing if we can break any of these resistance zones, right? If we see a nice push above this first zone here at 93,738-ish, I can see a huge upside, or not huge, not like, throughout the next year, but a short-term positive upside, right? So, for example, I took some leverage positions down here, and just because of the fear and greed index, right? And we've already seen like 15% upside from those investments on spot. So I'm not going to disclose my leverage positions right now. You can join my Discord to know. It's going to be in the link below. But besides that, I'm not going to get into the details from there. But sorry if this was a bit quick, by the way. But my outlook throughout the next couple of months and the coming year is that I'd like to see Bitcoin sweep all of these resistance zones. Well, not all of them, but especially these kind of resistances right here. This one I want to be swept, and I want to come up and test this kind of level here at, what's that, about 100,000, 99,000 something, just to see if price can continue to push up. And as you can see, I've marked out my Elliott wave pattern. It's just like a normal wave pattern. It's nothing crazy, but you kind of see the vision here from this dip, seeing if we can break this trend line or this tunnel that we're currently trading in, break out here, tap this resistance, and then just continue to go up like this, and then hopefully sweep the Fibonacci level of the all-time high. So to summarize, my outlook for Bitcoin through 2026 is quite bullish. I'm going to continue to dollar cost average, not even just because that I'm thinking that it's going to be another bull run or something like that, but HSBC has come up with their prediction for the S&P 500 throughout next year, and the predictions are coming in right now, and they're all looking, or most of them are looking pretty solid. Some even expecting the S&P 500 to reach 8,500, which is quite a lot. So I'm really bullish here on Bitcoin, just because it's very popular here with Trump, with his regulatory politics, with American Bitcoin, and so on. So I'm gonna keep on buying, and hopefully you make money whether you buy or not. I'm I don't care, right? I can't give financial advice, and I won't do that. But you can join my Discord, and you can see all my tips. It's going to be in the link in the description. Thank you for watching this. Wow, 9 minutes. This was kind of long. Sorry for me yapping right now. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Boom. Take care, guys. Peace.